Welcome back to Connor Thomas Health. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit of my own experience last week and kind of where I was with my overall health, my mental health, and just something maybe I learned about myself and hopefully you can learn too. And today's episode is all about self-care and what that looks like in our life, specifically helping us relax, slowing down, and just the benefit of it. So this past weekend, I was supposed to go on a retreat, a camping trip with some guys that I'm close to. We were supposed to go down to Brown County, Indiana, and just basically hang out, relax, and just have a good time together. And a couple days up to the trip, so probably like last Wednesday or Thursday, we were supposed to leave Friday afternoon. Wednesday or Thursday, I really began kind of dreading the trip. And it actually had nothing to do with the guys I was going with, what we were doing, where we were going, or anything like that. It was more so the fact that I had so much to do. I had a lot of work I could get caught up on. My wife and I are in the process of moving, so I could have started packing or finished packing or do some things related to that. I just had a lot I could be doing, and I thought to myself, I really don't want to go. I'd rather be getting these things done. And I probably could have backed out, and the guys probably wouldn't have understood. However, I didn't want to do that at all, but I also realized as I was doing that this is even more of a reason for me to go on this trip just because I probably needed it more than I thought I did. And that was really the case. I'm pretty good at kind of knowing myself and just knowing what I need, especially just being really in tune with my body and my emotions. And this is, like I said, exactly what I needed. And this is something I feel like a lot of people need, not just going away, but really taking time to slow down and incorporate some kind of self-care into their life, as this can really benefit our mental health, our physical health. There's lots of research even behind it. It affects our immune system. It affects how we relate to others. If we're really feeling burnt out, stressed out, or just like at the brink of a breakdown, we really can't be as productive, or we can't be the best version of ourselves. Even like it sounds like so many people say like, well, I don't have time to slow down. I don't have time to do things like that. But the research even supports that taking that time to do that really makes you more productive and actually get more work done. And I felt that. When I came back Sunday night, I was able to get more work done throughout the week and start my week off in a really effective and strong way, which helped me feel better. I was able to help my clients in a more effective way. I was able to get more work done around the house and get caught up on things. I just felt like I had more gas in the tank to help me get these things done. Being burnt out and stressed can really affect our mental health. It's related to anxiety and depression and us just feeling more broken down or more tired, and we really feel like we just can't get as much done. However, self-care looks different for lots of different people. And we're going to talk about 3 different ways to incorporate this. The first one is in trying to have some kind of self-care in your day every day. And it doesn't need to be a lot of time. Some people like to start in the morning, doing things like going to the gym, doing some journaling, some meditation, some kind of scripture reading, can really be beneficial to help, start that day off well. And I think that's so important too, because so often we start our day off in a very stressful way. Tell me if this sounds like if you've ever been there. I feel like this describes a lot of people. You're laying in bed, your alarm goes off, you snooze it, you snooze it, you snooze it a couple more times, then you realize you were supposed to get out of bed about a half hour ago and you have to be out the door in about 10 minutes. You bolt out of bed, the very first thing you do, you're instantly stressed. Your heart's going, you're thinking about being late, so you're trying to run through the closet, grab some clothes, you're trying to find the other dress shoe or whatever you need for work and you can't find it, you're looking everywhere. And that whole time your body is just in a stressed kind of situation. It's in a stressed mindset. And that very first task you do of the day starts yourself off on just a very stressed, a very anxious path for the rest of the day. And the research kind of supports that this kind of determines the rest of your day. If you're running late and the first task you kind of do is a stressful one, you're more likely to encounter more stress throughout the day. Maybe as you're going through work, you're hitting traffic. Maybe you're running late to that first meeting, and then some certain situations at work just don't seem to go well. The whole day just seems off the rest of the day. So just starting by just taking some time, like some people like to go to the gym and have like an hour-long workout, but that might not be you. Even if it's just, I'm going to get up 5 minutes earlier than I need to, so I can just take my time. So maybe I can sit in the chair in the other room and just take some deep breaths for like 30 seconds. That can be a form of self-care and can be so good. Or even at the end of the day, so many people get off their 9 to 5 job and they go home and they do yard work or they clean the house or they're taking the kids to soccer practice and dance and all these other activities, and it just feels like it's one thing after another. And even some people describe their 9 to 5 work life as more restful than being at home. And that can be so problematic. So I know everyone's different. I know everyone's busy. But even if it's just after I put the kids to bed, I'm just going to sit on the couch and read for 10 minutes. I'm going to do a little bit of yoga. I'm going to go on a walk after dinner for 5 minutes with the dog. Those things are all forms of self-care and can be so beneficial for us and our mental health. Something else I really like to do, and a lot of cultures and religious organizations, different religions, have done it for thousands of years, and that's taking some kind of Sabbath or one day of rest throughout the week. Christians usually celebrate this on Sunday. I think Buddhists practice this on Saturday. Muslims practice it on Wednesday. There's a lot of different just variations to this, and it doesn't need to be on the same day each week. And some people say, well, I can't take a whole day out of my week. Okay, that's fine. Well, why don't you just start with, okay, 3 hours every Saturday is going to be focused to self-care. During those 3 hours, it's whatever it looks like for you that is going to like fill up your batteries, help you recharge, help you relax, and something that can really be beneficial for your overall mental and physical health. And that might be different for everybody. For me, I like to go mountain biking or hiking or have some kind of exercise, and I like to read. Those are really important to me. Other people, they want to just take a nap. Maybe they want to spend time with friends. Maybe they want to eat good food. It's just whatever you would want to do if you had free time that would be restful for you. Do it during this time. I think it's a good goal to try and work for a whole day each week, because I know usually mine's on Saturday. I try to go mountain biking, like I said, in the morning, try to spend some time reading, being outside, doing things that's restful for myself. I know when I do that, the following week seems like I can just approach it in a lot better mindset and in a lot more positive and beneficial way, and I actually get a lot more work done because of that. So start thinking about what that might look like for you to incorporate that into like a whole day each week if possible. But even like I said, start with a half day or just 2 or 3 hours. And this last piece is taking a weekend away, or at least a couple days away, at least once a quarter, just for the idea of getting some kind of self-care and relaxing. And some people might say, well, I already go on vacation, or doesn't that sound like a vacation? And I would challenge that that's not always a vacation, especially maybe if you have kids. Sometimes a vacation is so jammed packed with activity going from one thing to another that you get back from your vacation and you need another vacation already. You're more exhausted and you need to slow down because that just wasn't restful. So taking time every quarter or every couple months just to get away, maybe by yourself, maybe with your significant other, maybe with some close friends, just for the purpose of relaxing and slowing down. And, this is hard for me to do because it does take a little bit more planning, and I'm not usually very good at that. And also, there's a little bit of a money piece that goes into it. You might have to find a place to go. And some people can do a staycation, as they're called, staying at home and just relaxing at home for a weekend. But I think it's usually better to get away just because you're less likely to get caught up in work. If you're at home, you're going to see the things you could be doing. You're going to see dishes piling up in the sink. You're going to see maybe a few projects around the house that you've been wanting to work on. But even if it's just a vacation, like a Airbnb or some kind of hotel just a town over, that can be really beneficial just because you're going to be in a different kind of mindset. So those are 3 ways to start thinking about self-care, slowing down and relaxing and putting that into your life. And I really challenge you to start thinking about what that means to you. What things can you start incorporating even this week just for you to do either in the morning or in the afternoon, maybe if you have a break, or maybe at the end of the day, just to kind of slow down and relax. Another thing I do is when I have a cancellation, I try to do yoga in my office or go on a walk just as some kind of form to break up my day, especially because I sit all day when I'm seeing clients. So maybe start thinking about what kind of like little hacks can you incorporate that you can start incorporating into your day that can really help you slow down and be a form of self-care. So I hope you learned a thing or two here. I hope that you can apply these things as soon as this week, like I said, and I hope this helps you live a healthy and meaningful life.